Hey, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My mic died, so this is not a mic'd up gym sesh. This is going to be a voiceover sesh, but we're getting warmed up for chest and back here. Apologize for the voice being a little bit gravelly. I am a little bit ill and congested, hence why my sinuses sound like they have trains shoved up my nostrils. I'm just getting my rotator cuffs here nice and warm, trying to get my biceps stretched out because they are still sore from buys and shoulders and arms on 2 days ago. I'm doing these little like walking pikes into push-ups to get my shoulders nice and warm. This is another option other than doing them on cable like I usually do. And I'm doing my handstand practice at the start this time so that my shoulders don't feel like they're going to pop back into their sockets. And these are amazing at like getting your motor skills and getting your shoulders be really strong and just activating all the muscles. You look goofy as hell, but I recommend doing them before because my shoulders felt strong as hell. And I went straight for heavy weights. So if you're not prepared to look silly in the gym to make gains, you are not doing it right, okay? Let me tell you that. But this was hard. And I'm surprised my bra functioned. And then, of course, it's chest and back. So we have to get started with some cheeky pull-ups. I don't know why I went for it with such a narrow grip. Hence why they're a bit garbage. Plus, I went to failure on pull-ups yesterday. And my failure being 3 consecutive pull-ups. So I'm just doing some scapular pull-ups now. So if you're trying to get your first pull-up, I really highly recommend doing these. Other than anything else, just hang, get your grip strength strong, and just practice getting your elbows to bend slightly when you do that little scapular retraction. And then here's me going for it with a slightly wider grip. Wider grip is harder, by the way, if you did not know. And then here's me going for incline chest press with the 16s. I did in fact have to ask a teenage boy, and are you ready for the worst angle on this fucking planet? Because so on the first rep I've arched and like pushed my back off the bench because that allows me to get them up above my head without a spotter. And then I did 8 reps with 16s twice, so like I'm fine. I can't get them up by myself. Normally I have to like arch my back or ask for help. But hi, I'm Maz. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you get the worst fucking angles on the planet. Because what is this? It was so busy though, I didn't have a chance to film from another angle. Anyways, onto flat bench press. I've just got a polite 30 on the bar. There I'm setting up with a bit of an arch on the first rep just to get my shoulder blades in the right position, and then just going for like 6 reps or something. I hate flat bench press so much, it never feels right. Anyway, here's me liquid chalking up where I'm going to grab. And you see on the barbell there's 2 little lines. I'm going to put my hands about there, so pinky on the outer lines. Getting gripped up and then arching, I pull the bar off the rack and then I put my bum down because, well, you should always bench with your bum on the bench, otherwise it's cheating. So that on the last rep, to help yourself a little bit, you can use the bum. And also in competition, in powerlifting rules, the bum always has to be on the bench. So that's just kind of how I do it. And then I'm going to my chest and up. Pretty self-explanatory. Always trying to break the bar. So applying force downwards as well. See how I arch my back to give myself a little bit of help on that last rep before re-racking. There we go. If you want a more in-depth video on bench press, even though mine is garbage, please let me know. Going straight onto lat pull down. So these I'm doing really heavy. I've got the weight set at 1 notch below what I actually weigh. So, and I try and get this for 6 reps. If you're trying to get your first pull-up, spam these. Narrow grip, how you would do them, and just try and get your chin above the bar. It doesn't matter what your form looks like so much because we're just focusing on strength and trying to get our first pull-up. This is failure. Okay, see how I'm still trying even though I literally can't get the bar down? Failure. You will not make progress unless you want to push to failure every single time. Anyway, here's how it looks like for a little bit more of a muscle building rather than training for pull-up situations. So I've got a bit of a wider grip here. My thumbs are not gripping the bar. See how my thumbs are on this side and visible? And you can really see how my lats are working. Moving on to, I don't actually know what to call these, but like cable chest press, I suppose, with 2 cables close to each other. And I've got them set up so that when I bend over and I get into my position, my elbows are applying an upwards force to the cable so that it's stabilized a little bit with the D handles. And these allow me to push my chest a lot more to failure because I don't have to worry about spotters or dislocating my shoulder or anything. I just push, 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 push. So I think I'm doing this with like 14 something kg, whatever it is on the cables. I don't know. It's never a round number. It's always some random number. And then these are chest flies. You can do them in 3 different ways because the muscles on your chest go in 3 different directions, I think. So there I was doing them with the weights pretty much shoulder level. And then this is below my shoulder level to hit those muscles which go diagonally downwards, and I'm pushing in more of an upwards motion, and then I can put the cables up and then push in more of a downwards motion. So all of these are called chest fly movements. They're different. They're not just pressing, you're flying, you know, like birds have massive chest because flying is literally that motion. Okay, moving on to rear delt flies. So you see how I'm bent over right now with my torso at about a 20-degree angle. And then I'm moving on to having my torso at a 0-degree angle because this is more lower trap biased. So you see how my back looks really good in a backless dress and I have that little butterfly? I ascertain the majority of that to this movement. I love these so much. And so when I'm doing the more trap biased, my arms are also like at like a slightly higher angle. And then this is just demonstrating that this is a rear delt cable fly. And once you get to that point in the middle, and then there, and then the rest of it is what it would be when you cross over, basically. Mandatory little flex session, of course. Looking fabulous, looking sexy in the backless Gymshark risky bra that I've had to take in multiple different angles for it to fit my boobs, basically. I always get a medium and then I have to reduce the straps to a size small just so that I have like the coverage of the medium but the tightness of a small. Does anyone else have this problem? Please let me know. Got a cheeky bit of salicylic acid in this spray bottle and I just spritz myself down with it after I work out because it helps prevent gym acne. And that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, tune in tomorrow for legs. Bye bye.